Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen reportedly drafted a resignation letter after President Trump reportedly went after her for the slow progress on the border. She responded by saying, quote, "The president is rightfully frustrated that existing loopholes and the lack of congressional action have prevented this administration from fully securing the border and protecting the American people. I share his frustration." Joining us now, Judd, Border Patrol Union President. Brandon, give us a glimpse. What's happening at the border that's got President Trump so riled up?
Well, in 2017, he gave us a glimpse of what illegal immigration could be. He single-handedly, with the help of nobody, caused the drop to 45-year lows of illegal immigration. He expected that his surrogates would then follow up his vision and implement the policies, the operations, and the plans that would keep those levels down to what we saw in 2017. They didn't. You know, when Secretary Nielsen says that she feels his frustration, she should feel his frustration. It's her job to implement the policies and plans that will then allow us to secure the border. As an agent that puts on a uniform and goes out and patrols the border on a daily basis, I can tell you that we can secure the border if we had the proper policies and plans in place.
So are you saying then that these are that they're out there, that they're not on the drawing table, this is not a congressional issue, but an execution issue amongst in the Trump administration?
It's both. It's absolutely a congressional issue as well. I mean, we have to have Congress get behind this president, which we haven't seen, which is unfathomable. I mean, you look at it, the Republicans control the House and the Senate. If they were behind this president, we would be able to implement everything that this president would want, and we would be able to secure the border. Border security was his #1 domestic policy. But beyond Congress, yeah, I mean, if you look back in 2017, in April of 2017, we arrested 11,000 illegal border crossers. Now, in April of 2018, we arrested 38,000. So you can see that number went way up. You know, now they're trying to implement the plans that we're going to prosecute everybody. We don't have the resource to prosecute 38,000 illegal border crossers, but we would have had the resources to prosecute 11,000 illegal border crossers back in 2017.
Right.
But we didn't implement those policies.
Brandon, there's a request for more National Guard troop help, and we saw a jump of 1,600 illegal immigrants turned away from this country. Obviously, that manpower is helping. Is there a chance, if they continue to waffle, they continue to push back on the border wall, that this could be the solution would be additional manpower? I know it sounds. I think it may be more expensive ultimately, but would that be a plausible solution for now?
Yeah, manpower is always what we're going to need. If you look at where our manpower is right now, we're actually Border Patrol agents in the field. We're actually 2,000 agents down from what the congressional floor is. And so we've augmented that number with National Guard, and we've seen an immediate dividend paid because we've put the National Guard on the border. The more agents that we have in the field, the more effective we're going to be. But I will tell you, if we were able to get walls in strategic locations where we would be able to dictate where the illegal border crossings took place, our effectiveness rate would go up exponentially. We would secure the border.
Right.
We just need to get behind this president.
Right. Judd, thank you very much. Appreciate it.